Rivers crisis. We don't recognize sole administrator. Emergency rule declaration unconstitutional. NBA tells Tinubu. The Nigerian Bar Association, the umbrella body of lawyers, has spoken concerning the crisis in Rivers State. And of course, as the guardian of our constitution, they've made it clear that the place of sole administratorship in a democratic dispensation is an aberration. So, of course, you don't expect them to support the declaration of sole administratorship in Rivers State. And also, they are saying the declaration of emergency rule in itself is also alien to the Constitution. But is that really the case? If it is the case, then why was it inserted in the Constitution that in moments like this, the president, following the procedures, could announce such a declaration in the state? It calls for concern that if the framers of the Constitution saw the need to insert where the president could, appoint a sole administrator and declare emergency rule, but the lawyers who ought to, be knowledgeable about it are saying it is unconstitutional and they cannot therefore recognize the sole administratorship, should cause more worry for Nigerians. But if the lawyers have a different interpretation of what the Constitution says should be done, then what happens to the layman? Let's listen to the news. The Nigerian Bar Association has condemned the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State, saying that it is unconstitutional to announce a sole administrator in a democratic state. Recall that President Bola Tinubu last Tuesday declared an emergency rule in the oil-rich state, suspending Governor Sim Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Odu, and all the members of the state's House of Assembly. The president, following the suspension, appointed Ibok Ete Ibas, a retired naval chief, as the state's sole administrator. While he was reacting to the development during an interview with Channels Television on Sunday, NBA's president Afam Osigwe insisted that Fubara must be brought back to his position as the governor of Rivers State. He added that Nigeria's constitution does not recognize a sole administrator. He said, "That is our belief. That is what we expect the president to do, to restore Fubara back to power, having unconstitutionally removed him." Osigwe said on the program when asked if the president should recall the governor. And that is why we do not recognize the sole administrator is the rightful person to occupy the government house in Rivers State, having been appointed unconstitutionally. Even when I saw him taking oath of office, I was wondering which oath he was taking, because he was taking an oath not known to the Constitution. The Constitution does not recognize an administrator. Is that really true? Doesn't the Constitution recognize cases where a state of emergency can be invoked? And of course, if you invoke a state of emergency, there must be a leader, and that is where the administrator comes in. Or is Osigwe critiquing this particular declaration that it did not follow the constitutional process, because this has to be clarified. If it is there in the constitution, then it shouldn't be termed as unconstitutional. But is it that the process they followed, in announcing Ibas as the administrator and, administering the oath of office on him, is it that was maybe improper, that is now unconstitutional? I think the NBA president should clarify, his position, so that, the audience would know what exactly is unconstitutional, because the Constitution has it there in black and white, and the lawyer ought to know more about interpreting the Constitution. So what do you think Osigwe is actually saying? That the declaration that of a state of emergency, that is inserted in the Constitution by the framers of the Constitution, is not there, or Tinubu, as the president of Nigeria, did not follow the proper procedures for announcing the state of emergency rule in Rivers State. So which one be the true position here?